Good evening, ladies and gentlemen who are not watching. I am Sean Grummel, creator of Smacked in the Head, the animated series comic, and host of Random Back Issue Comics occasionally on this channel, even though you don't watch those either. And this is my co-host, Warp Speed. I like the background.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
Warp Speed.
Good. It looks
What's
nice.
those black squigglies over your head?
Nice. They're cabling hanging from the ceiling. Yeah, I didn't realize how much this name was gonna like cut off the floor, so it's just cabling. Hey, what's with the black squibbling?
What's the squigglies above your heads? You got squiggles. What's with your squiggles?
Oh yes, ladies.
This Spider-Man's joints are so loose.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to talk to your men about that.
I gotta talk to Spidey about that. He's just all over the place.
My men are loose. You're gonna have to talk to your men. Yeah.
Yeah, how's it going?
Yeah.
How you doing? It's been a couple weeks.
Hey, yeah, last week was Father's Day.
Yes, it was.
Did you get everything you wanted?
Yeah, quality time with the family.
Woo! Woo! So no.
No, I did. I got exactly what I wanted.
Yay! Good job.
Yes. So.
Good job. So what?
So buttons on ice cubes.
Ooh. All right then. Well, that's all I got.
There we go.
I watched that Kevin Smith, An Evening with Kevin Smith, last night and the night before.
Yeah.
Still got some funny parts. I miss when. I just watch every week. I miss when.
Yeah. Right.
I just miss. I miss things being fun and not stupid, like pop culture.
Yeah, but I mean, I think you just got to move on and go to the next thing. You just got to find the next thing. That's all there is to it.
Gotta make the next thing, like Smacked in the Head, the animated series comic. Hopefully,
yeah, exactly. You can't just
sometime soon.
So I try not to sit and watch the movies, the old stuff I've seen over and over again. I try not to watch it. If I've seen it more than a couple of times now, I try to go to something new that I haven't seen before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just try to keep. This whole nostalgic craze has been capitalized on.
Yep.
So it's kind of bummed me out and made me stray away from it.
Crap now. Why would that bum you out?
Yeah, I mean it's just just another capitalist gain on
the
culture.
The Indiana Jones rumors coming true. I don't know why anyone's surprised. They're like, it's terrible.
Of course it is.
It stinks. It's like, no crap. I'm not.
A couple of months they said it stunk. But then they gave him a standing ovation at Cannes. Cannes?
They gave
Cannes.
Cannes is the last pronunciation I've heard of it. I've heard that was more for Harrison Ford. He stood up, and then they were like, "Hey, let's get the hell out of here."
Yeah, then he's like, I'm 81 and I'm still going. I'm not done. I'm just done with that.
Yeah, well.
Now he's Red Hulk or some shit.
I don't know. What is it? What is that gonna be in?
The next couple, he's in Armor Wars with Don Cheadle, but he's probably just Cheadle. He's probably just he's not going to be Red. He won't be Red Hulk for a couple of movies, at least 2 movies.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got this TV show that would be an Armor War. Or no, they turned the Armor Wars into a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be in that, and then you got maybe one other one, and then probably Kang Dynasty. He'll show up as. But I mean, that's all CGI. All he has to do is do his little thing, and then he transforms. It's not like we got to put prosthetics on him or anything.
Yeah.
Don't have to paint him green or anything at all. He's just got to do voiceover work at that point. He's probably just screaming and yelling.
Yep, pretty much. I've been done with Marvel for a long time.
I mean, like I said, I just like to watch my superheroes do their superhero thing. The storylines are not very... like I've been saying, it's all cookie cutter. It's all exactly the same story from the last one, just different characters.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's all formulaic. Yes. The bane of 1,000 YouTube channels. Correct. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Did you watch Spider-Verse thing? New one?
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, it was, I guess, because if you compare it to the first movie, it's terrible because it doesn't even tell you the full story. It just gives you an intro. It's like a 2-hour movie that's just a full intro into the next movie.
Sure.
Nothing was set up. Nothing was concluded. All you get is a chase scene for the whole movie, basically.
Who's chasing who?
Everybody's chasing Miles because he wants to stop a cannon event.
Oh, yeah, I heard about those. I watched Robot Head's review on it, and at the end of his review, I was convinced to never watch that movie.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get into it, the storyline is kind of weird. Again, it doesn't really make sense in the scheme of things, but for its own like trapped story inside of itself, it could work. I mean, obviously, you need to watch the next movie to understand what happens. Like, you can watch that first movie, and it's a great story, start to finish. It tells you a story. It has a beginning, middle, and end. This movie just has
a... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the first one. This movie just has a slight beginning because you've got everything from the last movie. You had to watch the last movie to understand what's going on in the movie right from the start.
Well, yeah.
And then so you've got that, and then you go just middle. There's it's just the middle of the story.
Oh, I mean, so and then it ends, you mean?
And then it ends on a cliffhanger. So, I mean, was it fun to watch? Yeah, there's a lot of cameos and seeing all the different types of Spider-Man they've had like throughout the years. Scarlet Spider was in it. He looked cool.
Yeah, but he looked like an idiot, didn't he?
No, he acted like an idiot.
He's like laying against a wall or something.
He acted like an idiot.
I was like, ugh.
Which, yeah, it was terrible. So, I mean, like I said, the way they used the characters, maybe not so much, but seeing them do their thing, yeah. And then he even looked, he had that 90s comic book look to him.
Yeah,
which was pretty cool.
And I guess if they had cool looking, but like
exactly
the review, watching the review and seeing how many cameos there are, I was like, I absolutely despise the Spider-Man multiverse now.
Oh, I do too.
I can't stand it. I'm like, it's just
they
Peter
just
Parker.
ruined it. They just saturated it and changed it. Well, it's all Peter Parker. Even the Indian dude is Peter Parker. It's just a different version of Peter Parker. That's all it is. They're all Peter Parker except for, Gwen Stacy and the universes that didn't have a Peter Parker but needed a Spider Person. Okay. That's all that is.
And then pregnant Spider-Woman. Is she supposed to be Peter Parker too?
No, see,
is she her own?
That's
thing?
What I didn't like that aspect of it because she's not. She's her own character, and they took a character that is already established in the Marvel Universe as a badass, her own character. She has nothing to do with Spider-Man, and they put her to do with Spider-Man. Oh. That's bullshit. And even her being pregnant and stuff was all in her own comic.
Oh, do you mean this comic? Because this just came up, and I've never seen this before. Burp.
Yeah, that was a great run. That was one of my favorite runs with her.
Really? This
yeah.
is how I picture her.
Yeah, that was a great run too. She's a great character. I love her, and I love how she has nothing to do with Spider-Man. Same with her. Well, Julia Carpenter became Madam Web, the girl in the black Spidey suit.
This one?
No, the black Spidey suit. Black suit Spidey. Female black suit Spidey.
That one? That just looks like a Batwoman.
That's like the female Miles Morales. No, you just passed it. Up
there.
Where? The Venom suit.
Oh, that one.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's she becomes Madam Web.
Is this a totally different character from the red one?
Yes. Two different people. And nothing to do with Spider-Man really at all. Like Julia Carpenter was part of the West Coast Avengers. Created in the 80s.
The Baywatch Avengers. What?
Just trying to get on to the Spider-Man fad of the 80s is all that is.
Yeah.
But again, Spider-Woman was great. She's a great character. Kind of got weird here in the last couple of, well, again, I'm like a year and a half behind now. So her story started getting really weird. And I just started losing interest in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I hated how what they did to her in the Spider-Verse movie. And then you had the in the toy line, they were promoting and build this giant like cyborg Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
And all she was a cameo in the movie. Like Miles runs past her and that's it.
And it looks like the Hulk, and you're like,
what? Yeah, you can't even tell
nonsense.
Like you have no idea what her character.
Stupid.
Like
it's all.
But again, at the same time, you know what? I really don't care what her backstory is. I don't need a backstory for every single character there is.
I do.
And any genre whatsoever. Like all these side characters that people are like, oh, well, what's his story? Why did he go there? Who cares why he went there? It's just part of the script.
You think that Star Wars is to blame for that with the expanded universe? How they made an action figure of every single character, and then also
I didn't help that
they gave backstories to them.
Yeah, in the comics, they were doing advertisements of give us this guy's backstory and we'll put it into.
Oh yeah, they totally did that. Yeah, they're like, "What's this guy's story?"
Like, yeah, they did.
He's a pile of phlegm. Why do I know? Why does he have a story? Why does he need a story? Just phlegm.
Well, yeah, the 15-year-old you, he needs a story.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even then, I was like, "This is weird." Like, I never felt like everybody needs to have a story about everything.
Yeah.
Like, there doesn't need to be a reason why this guy was at the pod races on this particular day.
No.
I think about that movie, Richard Dreyfuss. Did you ever see that movie, Richard Dreyfuss, where he's just like a piece of shit dad, but he always always going to the racetrack. He's always losing, and then one day he just starts. Everything he does just clicks into place for him. Cannot remember the name of the movie.
I might have, but I don't.
It would be a long time ago.
That's why I'm like, it might have been on HBO, and I was.
Oh yeah, it was on
staring
HBO
at it and like, oh okay, I'll never retain this information.
I watched the movie a handful of times. I just don't remember the name of it now.
Oh, we'll look it up.
It was a stupid movie.
I just wanted to show you this real quick. Did you see this video? What happens when you throw an apple off from an offshore oil rig?
Jesus.
It gets better.
Okay. Brings all the bigger fish.
What's that?
Yeah. The smallest thing will bring each bigger fish and bigger fish and bigger fish. That's how the ocean works.
And then the sharks show up, and everybody gets pissed off because no one likes the sharks.
Of course not. They're always biting everybody.
When you're a jet all the way.
Woo-woo.
From your first cigarette to your last dying day. I had to sit through that movie. Speaking of which, I'm unemployed. Hooray, untethered.
You're drinking at 11?
Why? What time is it?
5-ish.
Did I send you that one thing? It was like on my day off when the boss tries to text me and he's like,
Nope.
"Hey, nope, already drinking at 10 a.m."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, you have to.
Yeah, just even if you're not, just say you are.
No, yeah, exactly.
Saw another thing that was like, hey, if you ever have a thing where they ask you about the gap in your employment history, like just say I signed an NDA. And he's like, they can't even ask any follow-up questions.
Nope, done and done.
He's like, they're out to screw you. Stop being nice to them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So I watched that Kevin Smith thing, and then
you said.
And then that made me want to watch this other DVD. I can't even remember who gave it to me. Maybe my dad years ago. And it's like 2 interviews at a comic shop where Kevin Smith's just asking Stan Lee questions. And that was kind of a joy. It was a nice little throwback. Now that you've already sworn off nostalgia, it was nice to see Stan Lee talking about comics again.
Yeah. Speaking of Stan Lee, did you see the controversy with Kirby's kid?
What?
Did you hear with Kirby?
Oh, yeah, him pitching a fit or whatever.
Yeah, over the Marvel Disney thing.
Oh, no. What? No, maybe not. I
heard
him bitching about Stan Lee. But
well, Disney just put out a thing like something, a day with Stan Lee or a night with Stan Lee.
Oh, yeah, the documentary or video or something. Yeah, I heard him
and that's why
about that. And then I listened to some comic pros. They're like to basically defend Stan Lee. They're like, he gets a lot of crap, but he spent a lot of his years actually trying to prop them up. And then like, was it Kirby, where he was like, he did offer him like a staff position, but Kirby turned them down. He could have made more money, but he wanted to remain freelance.
Yeah. I'm just asking if you heard about it. I'm not.
Yeah, I heard about it. I didn't. It wasn't.
I think it's just funny ass drama that these people are throwing shade, and they're not even the ones throwing shade. It's their fucking relatives.
They're dead, and their relatives are throwing the shade now. And it's like, okay, get over it.
Everybody knows that Jack Kirby was the one like throwing these ideas out there, and Stan Lee was the one that was making them come to life. Like,
yeah, there was a partnership.
Stan Lee had the persona to like pitch this shit and get it out there.
Yes,
Kirby was the one over there sitting
good.
Drawing this stuff and doing it out there. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't even born yet when this stuff came out.
Really? Yeah, and it was interesting because I was listening to him talk about just the personality that he had. Wow. In not so many words, he's like he's just like, if DC did this, we would do this. And then I was into advertising. I wanted to be an advertising like executive or whatever. So I would come up with catchphrases like "Make mine Marvel" and stuff like that. So he's always adding an extra bit of personality to the product.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Which was interesting to me because with all the people that are like into Comic-Gate and stuff, they're like, is this just a cult of personality? You gotta have a YouTube channel and have 1 million followers, and then you'll have interest in buying your comics. And that's always kind of bothered me because I've actually seen other people ask online, like, do you have to be a personality more than an actual creator to be popular in this section? And it really feels like it. But then you hear Stan talking about it, and you're like, that's how it's always been done, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cult of personality. Yes, you have to build an audience. And I don't know how you do that because I have no personality. But I don't know. It was just interesting to hear. I like going back and listening to old conversations and stuff. That too.
It's a showmanship type thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You need a hook. You need a hook to get them reeled in, but I ain't got no hook, man. I ain't got no dukes. Anywho,
No,
I like old interviews so that it's just interesting hearing old perspectives,
right?
In current days. Because like even the evening with Kevin Smith, this girl comes up and is basically like, "I'm a lesbian, and do you feel responsible for blah 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 and messaging and blah 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 blah?" And he actually has like a decent answer for her. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
I can just tell the stories I want to tell that I find entertaining, that I hope other people will find entertaining, and at the end of the day, that's all I can be responsible for. And I'm like, ha ha ha! The internet needs to hear that more often.
No, right?
Hollywood needs to hear that crap.
Yeah.
Tell a story. If you want to put a message in it, put a message in it, but don't beat people over the head with it.
Don't shove it down my throat.
Exactly. I think he actually says that in the thing.
Like back in the day, like the directors or writers were like subtle about it and like made you think.
Talented.
Yes, and made you think about the writing and how it was gone.
Well, especially Star Trek, they would
Hi.
They would present. All right, we'll come back to it. Hi. How's it going?
Good.
She get a haircut?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the mohawk.
Thank you.
What you up to today? Nothing. That's what I've been doing. What's new? Nothing. Get any new action figures? No, I did. Your dad sent me one.
Don't pull.
He's see-through. Not really. It just is green.
You all right? What's wrong?
All right, goodbye. See you later.
What's wrong? You okay? Yeah, we're not
back. What? Oh. Let's draw something, shall we? Need to do a new video. It's been a while. What you guys want to see? This remember when I did that French maid? It looked like crap. Should redo that. My cables are all crossed. Hello. In TV land. Comments? No one's commenting. No one's watching. Hello.
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 Welcome back to the show.
Do we need to do the intros again?
Why? Were we not live?
Yes, we are. All right.
What's the intro?
Stanley. Something about Stanley. Oh, I lost my thought.
Oh, right. He was showmanship.
Yeah, we're beyond that. Anyway, let's draw something.
You're gonna draw.
We need to do a drawing video. Probably this French maid. Remember when I did one before and it looked like shit?
Sure.
Yay! We're gonna redo that one.
Oh, neat. Yes.
300.
Yeah, but what's wrong? Go. It's fine.
Can I steal your toys? Can I have your toys? What? He hurt his elbow?
No, he's like, I want to play with my Legos.
Oh.
So he's gonna go play with his Legos.
Oh God, I forgot what coast I live on now. I was like, shouldn't he be in bed?
No, it's only 5.
I noticed. So yeah. So today
Go
what?
Star Trek. Strange Worlds, Strange New World, New Strange Worlds, Strange New Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first episode of the new season was good. It was very Star Trekian fun.
Star Trekian.
Fun. And the second one was Law and Order Star Trek edition.
Dun dun.
Yeah. And it was okay. It was kind of boring, but I knew they had to get it out of the way. But it was still kind of, wasn't their best episode.
I heard that
wasn't their worst episode either. So
I heard it was poorly written, and it felt a lot like I don't know, some Next Generation one, maybe the Drumhead. I don't know.
I mean, it felt like a Law and Order episode. There's lawyers, court jargon, treaties,
Daddy,
declarations.
you take both my dogs?
No doubt.
Where's the orange thing?
Can I lift it?
Did you bring any other balls? I brought the orange one and the orange one.
Got any balls down there?
About the biggest berry you've ever seen, Dingleberry. Yeah, I still like those movies.
Yeah, me too. Maybe I'll watch. It's been a while since I've watched those. I don't think I could watch anything past Dogma though.
Clerks 2 is okay. It's not the best, but
like I said, I really don't have any need to watch anything past that.
I could not finish Jay and Silent Bob Reboot or whatever.
Neither could I. I could only make it to where they see Brody for the first time.
I think just after they meet his daughter and she goes with them, and it's all so obnoxious that I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
It just felt like I was watching the same movie.
Yeah, for the most part.
Same jokes, and it was just, but they look so old doing it, and I was like, I don't need this. Like up until that point has now overwritten the other parts of my head, and they all look old and just skin falling off their faces.
That's disgusting.
And that's how they all look in my head now. I was like, well, that's ruined.
Grim.
Yeah, it's how we used to serve them. Sell them by the dozen.
Just fry them up. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, orange ball. I brought the orange ball.
And the orange ball. So today I've just been, I think I told you. I was I was taping.
I was gluing my fingers together.
I was trying to glue my hand to the desk. I was, because I want to build a spaceship model-y thing, so I was taping stuff to cut out onto plastic styrene sheets.
Right.
And listening to hair metal from the 80s.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It'll be a very boxy ship. It'll be my ship. But now I really want there to be a revival of hair metal.
Oh, there is.
Like new bands and stuff coming out.
Yeah, there are. It's like a subculture. You got to go look deep, but it's there.
Why do I always have to do the work?
Now you do it.
Why?
Oh, you saw how I did it, right? You know, you do it because I want you to learn how to do stuff, Pumpkin. That's how you get smarter.
That's how you get smarter. Now let's go back home. Or let's go back to that place where our beds and TV is.
Bring it here.
Oh, you're in trouble.
No, Pumpkin, no. I asked you if you saw how I did it. Look, pay attention. Over here. Look at me. Hi. That goes on to the Lego.
I did.
Then you do that.
Oh. I was doing.
I'm going to try to pull it off. Now you got to push down. Yay! Look at that. You're a genius.
Pretty soon you'll be flying us to Jupiter.
Can I see that?
No.
I want to see. I want to see him see it.
Did they figure out what this spot is yet?
I haven't looked into it after I saw the first one. I figured there'd be more stuff, but I haven't seen anything lately.
Hmm.
I thought it was about to kiss me.
Juno captured this view.
It was about to kiss
Juno captured this view as Juno completed its 31st close flyby of Jupiter.
Yeah.
December 2020. Why am I just hearing about this?
They're going
now
through all
this
the
date-
data.
This date is
June
the
15th, 10 days ago. Probably when I sent it to you the first time.
What?
Probably when I sent it to you. That's when I found it. Was about 10 days ago.
Yeah.
I imagine it. If it came out from 2020, they're probably still trying to process the rest of the data of what it is.
Yeah. What it
And who knows when we'll see anything on that.
I don't know. Probably after they photoshopped it all. They gotta take
Yeah.
all the aliens out of this picture.
Mhm. That's what that is. Yeah. No, I
Can
don't
you read
know.
that one?
I call it.
Hobgoblin lives. I don't know. What year was that one from?
97.
97?
It looks like
I'm sure it is.
probably.
Right, but it depends on the whole hobgoblin things. Like I have the origin of the hobgoblin.
Who's Hobgoblin?
He's like the green goblin but orange.
Oh,
Yeah.
clever.
It's Spidey.
Huh?
Green Goblin is
Because Green Goblin is from Spidey.
Green Goblin.
Yeah, but Hobgoblin is like the Green Goblin, but he's orange.
Yeah.
Is my bowl of Spideys over there?
Huh?
Is my bowl of Spideys over there?
You have a bowl of Spideys?
No, where's my bowl of
They're
Spideys?
delicious for breakfast.
Yeah, bring it here.
You have him in there? You have him in there? Wow, Daddy, what happened?
I don't know. And yes, I do have a bowl of Spideys with
Fantastic.
Star Destroyer for protein.
For protein.
How can I see?
Okay, my Hobgoblin's not in there. I think he's in the box of Spidey villains, which is somewhere.
You guys have the best dreams.
Villain?
You read that one?
Villain?
Yes.
What is that called?
This is
The
one of
Web
the
of
oldest.
Spider-Man.
One of the oldest comics I have.
88.
What from when I was a kid?
Or 80, 86.
86. 86, that number 2. That's my number, 862.
What he said?
One of my first comics was X-Men 298, and then up to like 309, I was getting them in the mail. I have no idea why. I think my grandmother, aunt, or somebody. I never found out who. No one ever.
Subscribed to you.
Yeah, and I was getting them, and that started me collecting hardcore. I have a couple before that,
Yeah.
but they weren't like anything. They're all beat up because I wasn't collecting on them.
This ad has always confused me.
Looking for.
Because I
It's
was
hard to
always like,
see.
what the hell is that shape?
I don't know.
It's
Oh.
a piano.
And a
And-
motorcycle helmet.
In a,
Yamaha.
I have never known that it was a motorcycle helmet until this moment.
Oh, that's exactly what it looked like to me.
Oh,
Nee. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for those Spideys in there.
No, they're not going to be in there
Why they're not in there?
because he's not in there. I told you he's in a box.
There's another one that I've had forever.
Not those Spideys.
Oh, that's hard to
That's
see.
hard
Those
to see.
Spideys in here.
No, he's not in there.
Oh. We're on a Spidey
I don't know who they are right now, Pumpkin. I'll have to get them out later.
Maybe I can find it.
Oh no!
What is I don't know?
Cannonball.
Yeah, I knew who Cannonball is. Marvel Tales. I didn't get a lot of those. I have maybe 3 or 4 of them, and most of them had to do with Wolverine.
I don't know. Do you have
I
this
will
one?
find it.
Yes.
Well,
Of course I have one.
what?
I had almost all the foil covers.
Mm,
And the
holograms.
card foils, the ones with just the card was a foil in the corner of the comic.
Mm. This is another old one I've had forever.
Super Skull, that's a good one.
And this, I might actually do a review on it, even though I feel like I shouldn't do comic reviews anymore. But my big brother gave me this one with a PVC Wolverine figure
Nice.
back in the day.
I found it, Daddy.
And then I found
Thank you for
another
telling
one at the comic shop for $1.
Nice.
Daddy,
Number 28.
I found it.
Thank you.
Again.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate that.
What was right that?
Prismatic Hulk.
Oh yeah, I like that one. I don't know if I had it, but I remember reading it. Maybe a friend of mine had it and I read it, but I remember that cover.
Yeah. I bought it because it was prismatic.
Daddy, you
Oh,
have
yeah,
that
of course.
cover.
No, I don't have that cover
Why?
because
I used to try to draw that Hulk all the time in middle school.
Smart Hulk.
What's Mark Hulk?
That means he could talk and normal.
I think it's the
Yes.
It's the only one I have from that.
Smart Hulk is
Maximum
on Sky.
carnage.
And I have to go through this
Oh yeah.
What is carnage?
from Islands of Adventure.
What is carnage?
Carnage.
What is carnage?
He's the red Spider-Man guy. This guy.
Is that him?
Yeah, it's Carnage.
Him is a bad guy.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
I knew it.
Did you know it?
Yeah.
I don't think you knew
it.
I don't think he did
I'm
either.
joking.
Hey there.
There's something on your shoulder.
What is
Oh,
on
that
his,
must be fun. I can't wait to teach him.
what is on his shoulder?
I don't know. What is it? Looks like a bug.
You look like a
Bug?
bug.
Something's on his shoulder.
Don't scream.
I'm gonna tell him that.
He can hear you.
I can hear you.
Is a bug on your
Hey!
Don't scream. I told you the microphone is right there. It's loud in people's ears.
It's out of my ears.
Yeah. You don't need to scream. So I told you need to whisper.
How's the training going there, TARDIS?
microphone?
Hey. Anywho. What is that looking like that? I think we've basically covered all of my topics today. Running while crouched down behind the bike uses muscles I did not know I had. Yep, that'll do it. Definitely. Still cool though. Yeah,
Yeah.
what's up?
Not much. Just
All right,
being a terrible parent, I guess.
You're being a terrible parent?
Yeah.
On
He's not
purpose?
happy. I
Why?
told him he had to leave
Oh,
because he's being too loud and he's gives me the I'm going to stab you in your sleep with a kitchen knife.
that is
Look.
my fear. You want kids? Yeah, sure. You worried about it? Well, just about them stabbing me in my sleep.
Just normal amount, you know.
Yeah. I think if
No,
you
no,
don't
I think-
consider that to be a possibility, then something wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm not even sharing.
No, he's a good kid. He's just loud.
Yeah,
Just super
Yeah.
loud. That's all.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm out of topics. You got any topics?
I did. I got some.
I did.
Oh yeah, I watched the Star Trek. Oh, did you hear about that Yellowstone train wreck?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Getting sick of all these
The roller coaster in Sweden
government
derailing.
crap. No, I did not hear that.
Yeah, killed one.
Killed one person?
One person died. A couple others were injured.
Oh, that's sad.
Yep. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Cheery stuff.
Yeah, not much in the odd news section.
What? Not much in the What is? Yeah, I don't know.
What is what? What is odd news at this point?
You would think, yeah, exactly. But I was like, you would think there'd be more, but like everything is just dumb. So I guess not.
Yeah, no.
It's hard to parody anything anymore.
Oh yeah, truly is. And even that's getting dangerous to not do.
To not parody? What do you
Yeah.
mean?
There was a court case recently where they said it was a parody, but then they were like, no, you can't parody to that. You can't call that a parody. I can't remember what it was on now. I'm just going to stop talking about it because I don't know I can't remember.
Sounds great.
Yeah. I know it just wasn't good for people who like to make parodies.
Yeah. This
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like infrastructure has always been a problem. That's the problem.
Truly is. I mean, look at I-95 in Pennsylvania.
What happened there?
There was a fire underneath it and it collapsed. It's ridiculous.
Under 95?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
I don't hear anything.
Well, this was huge.
I try to remain blissfully ignorant, and I rarely.
Apparently, you do. That. A section of I-95, the road that goes from Maine to Key West.
I've been on it.
Yeah, there was a fire underneath it. Like a car caught on fire, a tanker caught on fire, and I-95 collapsed.
It was on a bridge or something?
Yeah, it was like a section of an overpass. Like the tanker was going underneath, like driving underneath to go like on this road underneath it. Caught on fire somehow. But yeah, and then that was 2.5 weeks ago. They just opened it up, I think, at the beginning of the week. So it took them 2 weeks to get it fixed.
Yeah.
And they just patchworked it back together. They didn't actually fix it.
So that's how you do.
They'll fix it on the next run through when they repave the road.
For 7 years.
7 years later. Because they're paving 7 miles down that way and they have to wait until they get done to repeat it all.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know how the road worked, too.
Oh, it's watching I-4 over the last 20 odd years. Yeah, 20 odd years now, ever since I started driving from because they started in Tampa and they would pave it, fixing it, doing their construction work. They go all the way to Daytona. It would take 10 years for them to get done. And then they just start back over again as soon as they're done and start repaving.
It sounds like extortion.
It's just a cycle. Extortion would be like strong arm or no.
It sounds like they've got.
Well, I mean, it might not be the same company doing it the next time around, but
that's what I'm saying. It sounds like, wow, they really weaseled.
No, they'll. So when it comes back around, they basically have to have companies bid to want to take on the job, and they take the lowest bidder so they can get it done as cheap as possible. So when you do it as cheap as possible, you get the cheapest infrastructure possible. That's why our infrastructure is falling apart, because we don't want to pay for it. We want to pay for the cheapest and quickest. You can have it two ways: fast and cheap, or slow and good. Done right.
It's
basically
it's like fast, cheap, and good, and you can only pick two.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Something like that.
You know where I was going with it. You figured it out.
Yeah. It just makes me think of the conversation I was having with my dad right before we started about submarines and stuff.
Yeah.
that guy doing the cheapest bidder.
Exactly. Why? Because you want to prove that it's possible to do it that way? Well, it's
Because
not.
you're an a-hole. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't know, like, I don't know if he was thinking in space and underwater that are they the same.
You would
'Cause
think.
they're
I
not.
heard he was like a fighter pilot, and I would assume that he would know something about atmospheres, which is
Yeah.
one of my favorite jokes in Futurama. Because they're like the ship gets pulled underwater
Yes.
by a giant fish, and they're like, well, how many atmospheres can the spaceship take? And it's like, well, it's a spaceship, so anywhere between 1 and none.
0. And it starts leaking.
Yeah, which is funny because like
Exactly.
I had thought about that. Like, would a spaceship be able to take pressure?
No.
And it's like, oh, it's not designed to do that. That's
Not
weird.
at all.
And he's like, anywhere between 1 and 0.
Yeah. That's why you wouldn't land a spaceship really on other planets. You would send down a
Probe first.
probe first to check out the
No, you would have to
atmospheres,
know. You take a read.
or even then you don't want to take down something too big because taking off is going to waste too much power. You got to send landing parties and like shuttle pods and shit.
In red shirts and stuff.
Oh yeah, red shirt's always first.
F those guys.
Sacrificial lambs.
Yeah. Caltrans does it here. Our local district has an office building with over 500 desktops. Just covers one county with only 40K population. What are those people doing? Give them some hammers. Go fix the bridges.
Fix it. Come on.
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
Yeah, it's not
Fix
just
it, fix
it's
it.
our bridges, the tracks, it's everything.
Yeah.
It's everything that was built in the last 80 years is fucking falling apart.
Yeah.
Especially if it's on the coast. All that salt water.
Pacific Coast Highway.
Any coast. The stuff in the Midland is just corroding just as fast too now.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
I don't know. It's all fucking shit work. Again, they use the cheapest fucking labor they can get.
Yeah.
They hire the company that'll do it for the cheapest, buying the cheapest materials.
Yeah.
So we can do all this process over again in 5 to 10 years. Instead of doing it, paying one sum and being done with it for the 50 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's whatever you were talking about for you.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I got no skin in that game. I got no opinions. I'm just sick of people not doing their jobs.
The Yellowstone thing is terrible though because of all the hazardous waste that was on that damn train.
Yeah. Yeah. Environmental impact.
It's like right into the river.
Department of Diversity. Department of Diversity. Oh gosh. What was it? The Clerks cartoon has this moment when it's the Science Says segments, I guess, with Jay and Silent Bob. And they introduce themselves. They're like, hey kids, I'm Jay, and I'm Silent Bob, and I'm Charles Barkley. Anytime I hear someone's hired for DIE or DEI or whatever, or your diversity hire, I just picture someone coming off from the side in the same manner. You're having a conversation and someone just walks up and they're like, I'm black. It's like, great. Okay, Charles Barkley, great. We hired this person. They're trans for the movie. They're going to be the heart and soul of the movie. And it's like, I just see that in my head. And I'm Charles Barkley. What the hell are you doing here? Get the hell out of here. Anyhow.
Okay. I got nothing.
You got nothing.
Not after that. I can't follow that.
Yeah.
That was a great performance. I don't know.
We do the Science Says segments around here.
Yeah. Me and Lindsay are watching Party Down.
I think I've heard of it.
It's a catering show. No, it's actually from like a long time ago, and then they just did season 3 recently.
Okay.
But it was from like 2012.
How
And
do you
then they
redo a season from a
well,
show?
they didn't redo a season. They just did season 1 and season 2, and then they just recently just did season 3. So there's like a
long-term hiatus.
10-year gap between
Yeah.
seasons.
Sure.
So it's funny. And
What did
it's
they
got
do?
catering stuff. It's just a catering show that's with wacky ass characters. It's in LA, so like half of them want to be movie stars, the other half are models.
Well,
One wants to be a sci-fi writer.
all right.
And it's just a bunch of characters thrown together for comedy reasons.
All right.
It's pretty funny. It's
got
got
hated cooking show.
It's not a cooking show.
A reality show.
It's not a reality show.
Oh, it's not a reality show.
No, it's got Adam Scott. It's a comedy. It's got Adam Scott.
Who the hell's Adam Scott?
He was on Parks and Rec.
Adam Scott.
Uh,
Gotcha. That guy.
Yeah, and then it's got I can't remember his name. He was in this. Do you remember the TV show The State on MTV, Liquid Television?
I remember the name.
It was a sketch
Were
comedy
they comedy
show.
Guys.
Yeah, it was
the only thing I remember from that is I want to dip my balls.
And that's the guy. He's the other guy that's in the Louis. And I want to dip my balls. He's just got 2 ping pong balls. I love that shit.
The stupidest skit.
It's so stupid. I was like 12 years old, just laughing my ass off. Like 11 o'clock at night. It was so funny to me. I don't know why.
Wait.
My first foray.
He's been in a lot, hasn't he?
He's been in a lot of things.
I didn't know that. Stop screen. Share screen. Chrome tab. Share.
Louis. I want to dip my balls.
I want to dip my balls in it.
So stupid.
Yeah. But like someone there's one like they did a bunch of those with Louis, and someone had like a cocktail sauce with like shrimp all the way around.
That's the one I remember. And I don't think I even saw the whole thing. I just remember him yelling about dipping his balls in it.
There's some funny ones. I sent you a reel on Instagram or something of one where they were like, you want to eat some it was like something to do with cereal. Everybody was like, rah! That was a fun. The State was very raw, stupid television, kind of what YouTube is for the most part.
I guess.
But at least it was funny.
I have frequently questioned whether or not there's something wrong with me just based on the things that people found so funny growing up that I was just like, I don't get this. Why do people like this? Like Beavis and Butthead, I couldn't stand them, but everybody loved them.
I didn't understand it at first, and then like I watched a few episodes. I was like, I don't get it. But then the more I watched, the more I found it to be funny and stupid. I found that the stupidness was the funny part of it.
The stupidness was the part that drove me the most insane. I couldn't stand them being so stupid. And then
that's the whole point.
Like there was no hope for them to ever improve. They're always going to be this stupid. And I'm like, why?
But there's no chronological order to watch it. I think now they have there's new seasons and stuff on. I think you can.
Yeah, there are.
And that's all like chronological, probably episode to episode. The last stuff, each episode was its own little world. Like you could, it never transferred over other than characters that were introduced would be continued on, but that was about it. Like I
just never understood the point because it's always going to be the same thing, and they're always going to be morons.
Just I Am Cornholio. I mean,
this is
hilarious shit, man.
So stupid. The another example of is there something wrong with me? Because when my dad made us play football, like little league, whatever you want to call it, termites, and they were like, all right, we're gonna do these drills. Give me a line of people this way and a line of people this way, and then it's like, okay, and then your 2 rows. You got one kid with the ball. You got a kid that's gonna tackle him. And I was like, wait, what is happening? And I'm like 5, and they're like, you're gonna run, and he's gonna tackle you. And I was like, why? Because
you have the ball.
It sounds like that's gonna be a little painful, or so, I'm gonna try and get away from him. And then when you were able to get away from him, the coaches are like, don't try to get away from him. That's not the point. The point is to learn tackling. And I'm like, this is the most stupid, insane thing I've ever heard. And I'm like 5 years old and was like, why are we doing this? I never understood running as hard as you could into each other.
Battle.
But then there's other people that are like, look, I don't have a helmet. I'm going to run into this wall. And I'm like, am I the weirdo? Because this sounds terrible.
I don't know. Do you like watching America's Some videos? People getting kicked in the nuts?
Yeah, well, those were fine. There's funny ones in there. They're not all kicks to the nuts.
No, but I mean, it
was fine. Yeah, sure. I watched Fail Army. Actually,
I love Fail Army. Me and the kid watch it all the time.
But like, that's not even like on the same caliber. Like Beavis and Butthead's always going to be stupid, and I will never understand the appeal. America's Funniest Home Video is just like random crap happening, so
it's
funny here and there.
I associate it with the Howard Stern effect. People who hate him listen to him because they want to hear what he's going to say next. People who love him listen to him because they want to hear what he's going to say next.
But
it's the same thing. People want to see what's going to happen next. Even though it's not going to change, it's going to be the same shit over and over again. People still want to see what's going to happen next. And the characters are stupid, lovable, stupid shits. Like, you're not supposed to really care about them. You're not supposed to have feelings for them whatsoever.
Lovable. They're not even appealing to look at.
No, I don't think they're really supposed to be.
I will never
look at them. Look at the other characters that were drawn on there. None of them are really supposed to be like
appealing,
gorgeous. Yeah, especially the main characters. They're just stupid characters.
I'll never understand it.
Yeah, to each their own.
My absolute favorite fail videos though are when you got a cute girl in a bikini and she's like trying to be sexy and then something happens to her. I die laughing so hard every time. They'll be like posing on a rock. Aren't I cute? Cracks me up.
Yeah, it's
or they fall off a swing set or something. I just die laughing. I'm cute. Alpha!
Yeah, I think they're all funny. I like it when like the automobiles or bikes or whatever just start falling apart.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know of any off the top of my head.
Like if someone's riding a bike and they go for a jump and like the front
wheel comes off.
Yeah, something just comes off. Like, oh shit, I'm out. Like driving a car and the front wheel goes flying off. It's like, oh shit.
Did you had to have seen it. You had to have seen it. A few weeks ago, there was a video I saw of a truck going down the freeway. There's a car next to it. So you're like this. You're in like a car behind both of them. And the freaking front wheel comes off the truck. And this car next to him hits it and goes, woof.
Oh, I've seen
videos of that. Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Newton's laws.
Jeez.
It's unstoppable force meets immovable object.
No doubt.
They both lose.
Or we both win. Let them fight. I don't know.
Out of my way, I'm late.
Oh, what was that? Was that Alien versus Predator? No matter who wins, we lose or something?
Oh, I guess so. Oh, did you see the teaser trailer for Kong X Godzilla or Godzilla X Kong? It's just Kong sitting on a throne.
That last movie was insultingly terrible, and I have no interest now in that whole thing.
And I was trying to remember most of it. I remember.
Yeah, could you?
Kong being like.
I remember Hollow Earth.
Yeah, that's like where they went to at the end. But did both of them go? I can't remember.
I don't know. There was a Mecha Godzilla they had to fight, I think, right?
Oh, I thought they saved that for the. Oh yeah, because they used the brain of or the skull of the dragon.
Ghidorah?
That's why they had the kid.
Yeah.
That's why they had to have the kid in the movie.
Oh,
Something for her to do.
I don't know. I remember hating the humans,
Oh, they were terrible.
and they were so bad,
They didn't
and
use
none
them
of it
correctly.
made sense.
No.
And I was like, "What is this?" They started so strong with Kong Skull Island and 2014 Godzilla. Those are both good. What the hell happened?
Well, then they did like King of Monsters.
Which one's that?
Godzilla King of Monsters. Then there was the Godzilla movie. Then they did a second Godzilla movie, didn't they?
I have no idea.
And then this one was the like to cap it off. There was like one Godzilla movie. Then they did another one, King of Monsters, where he fought the dragon. Mothra showed up.
Ghidorah?
Yeah, that's where they got the dragon skull from.
Oh,
That's where those humans came from.
what is this universe called? Is it the Monsterverse or something?
I don't fucking know. I didn't know they would call it anything.
Monsterverse.
The Monsterverse was like Frankenstein and the Mummy and shit.
No. Godzilla, Skull Island. Oh yeah, Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
Then Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah.
And now Godzilla X Kong, the
Godzilla.
new empire.
It's Godzilla X times Kong
Equals new empire.
new Empire squared.
I must have watched the second Godzilla movie. I have no memory of it.
It's really weird. Like the fight, Godzilla fighting and doing all that stuff. It reminded me of like an updated version from the 70s Godzilla movie where he fights the damn fucking dragon with Mothra coming in and doing its little fairy dust dance.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
same
guess-
fucking thing happens.
I guess I watched this. I had to because that looks familiar.
Yeah.
Well, you can see the series really left an impression on me.
Right?
Let's make more of them.
Why not? Giant monsters. They're going to sell. I mean,
I still like this movie if it was called anything other than
Yeah, 'cause it
Godzilla. I
wasn't
still
Godzilla,
like
it
it
was-
as a.
giant iguana monster.
I still like it. I like them thinking or reasoning, oh, it was a misinterpretation or a misidentification. I still like the movie. It's cheesy and it's fun and it's 90s. But yeah, if they called it anything else, people would have been fine with it.
Yeah, the cartoon was amazing.
That's what I've heard.
I loved the cartoon. I watched it a couple of times.
Yeah.
It was along the lines of Men in Black cartoon.
I would love to watch that show.
That was amazing.
I only
really
saw
enjoyed
parts
it.
of that.
Oh, that was on for us. We had it on the Fox.
We had it on the Fox.
We had it on
Yeah.
the Fox on Saturdays.
I
The
think
Fox
we had it
Fox.
on the Fox too. You ain't special.
Yeah, we are because we watched it. You didn't.
Oh,
Ho ho ho.
I think I always turned it on late or something.
Huh.
And I was like, I don't know what's happening. Who is this? This isn't Will Smith. It was always weird to me
Don't watch it.
when like the cartoon didn't line up with the movie that it was supposed
Oh,
to be
yeah.
based on, and I was like, what the hell is happening?
Well, I mean, same thing with the books. Like, you read a book, then the movie comes out, and you're like, "What the hell is happening?"
That brings to mind Nicolas Cage's Superman. So, like, looking at all of, because I watched that documentary on
Right.
YouTube finally, the Death of Superman Lives, and like as a kid, I never understood the choices they made for things.
Oh no!
Like you start with a superhero in spandex, and they're like, we can't do spandex, it's not going to look good. And you're like, okay, fine, I'll accept that. But then some of the decisions that they make throughout the process, they're like, where does this crap come from? Where is this body armor coming from with the things? Like, there's so many choices for adapting to live action. I never understood.
It makes no sense. Too many people, too many hands in the cookie jar.
I don't know.
Too many people are like have to. It needs too much money
Yeah.
So they have to get too many sources to give them the money, and then all those sources want to have their hand in the cookie jar, telling them what to do and what not to do.
And then
That's what it comes down to.
that goes with watching that evening with Kevin Smith again, because the whole thing with him being tapped to write that movie
Mm-hmm.
and his story about what a nut job the hairdresser guy was, and he's like, oh, he wants you to read the outline or whatever to him, and he's like, what, am I gonna fucking tuck him into bed or what? And then he's like, no, he just likes to have it read to him by the writer. And he's like, so I'm writing it, and then I gotta, you don't want to just keep saying Superman all over and over. So I use his different names. When he's on Krypton, it's Kal-El, and when he's on in Smallville, it's Clark Kent or whatever.
Right.
And he's like, I'm reading it to him, and I say Kal-El, and at some point he's just like, wait, what? Who? And he's like, that's Superman. That's his Kryptonian name. And he's like, Krypton? And he's like, Krypton is the place that Superman was born. And this is the mother effer that's in charge of making sure this movie's made.
Yep.
And it's like, such jackassery in Hollywood.
Yeah,
Anyhow.
Exactly. That's why our movies are the way they are.
I know, because idiots are in charge of them.
Yeah. They don't care about anything but the bottom dollar. Can we make a toy out of this? How much money can we
I'm
milk?
all for toys, but then even toy companies are like, no one's going to play with a figure that looks like the movie that they were super hyped for an entire summer about. we need to give him bright copper armor with a bat sub, or I don't know. And it's like, where do you get this? And then needs to have action features, because they won't be entertained unless it plays with itself.
Exactly.
I don't understand the world. I've never understood. Line up, run into each other. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm the weird one. That's all I got.
Well, you are.
It's about dinner time now.
Yeah. Steak night.
Oh, lucky you.
Steak night.
Steak night.
Steak night. But no mushrooms, because the wife doesn't like mushrooms.
You usually cook mushrooms with them?
I love steak mushrooms and onions and mushrooms. Put that on your steak. Oof, that's good. Or just have it on the side. Jeez.
How do you cook it? Do you
saute it?
Do you have
or
any
cook the steak?
Specific juices that you cook the steak in or whatever?
Just a little bit of olive oil, and that's about it.
Gotcha.
There's
salt,
salt, pepper it before I throw it on the. I cook mine in a pan, cast iron.
Yeah.
So I keep all the juice in the steak. And then after you pull the steak out of your pan, you pour in some wine and deglaze the pan and use that as a little gravy. And that's your sauce for your steak.
Gonna have to get you to write that down for me sometime.
Just look on the internet, deglaze with wine.
Yeah. Red wine and white wine. Any wine?
White for chicken, red for steak.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, enjoy your steaks. I'm going to go make a crappy quesadilla. Folks, if you want to follow Steve, he's on the Instagram. He at SJP Second Toys. Go check him out.
Yeah.
He's posting a lot of environmental stuff lately.
It's sunsets, dude.
It's environment.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, that's
nature.
a nice one. I like the color.
Thanks. Yeah, that's a Florida sunset for you. I've been working nights lately, so I haven't gotten the last couple of sunsets. I'm hoping to do it tonight if it doesn't rain.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. And if you want to, hopefully, whatever. Call me. She won't call. If you guys want to check out snippets from my, hopefully, crowdfunding sailing comic, it's been 4 years.
It has. Have we been doing this for 4 years?
I started doing I think I posted the crap, what's it called? The rock guy.
Thing?
No, brain's not functioning. He's
Concrete?
Yep, Concrete. I think I posted that video in 2018. 19, 20, 21. 19, 20, 20, okay, so we're on like our 5th year now.
Yeah, but we just didn't start doing this until what 2020, 2019 maybe. So we're on I think our 4th year.
Let's go look.
Let's look
Oh wait, it's
to the archives.
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 Anyway, the real smacked in the head. Instagram me. Go there.
Hey, yeah, go look at it.
Hey, yeah,
There's stuff there.
Go.
There's stuff there. You'll be entertained.
The head with your class, with my class ring.
You'll be entertained with stuff.
Videos live.
Woo! Double. Enter the Matrix.
2 years ago, 133 views. What the hell are those people thinking?
Wow.
Oh, you know what? I don't know.
That's not all of them.
3 watching. One of them is me now. Now it's 4 watching. Inception. Ooh.
There's 19 watching.
Yeah. All right,
Awesome.
that's all I got. I'm gonna play. First, I'm gonna stop the banner,
Whoop whoop.
and I'm gonna play it out. So thanks for showing up. This was kind of impromptu. I really had not many subjects other than I like old comics.
Yeah, my air conditioner was out for a week after, so started like a couple days before Father's Day.
Yeah.
That Friday, we got it back on Friday.
Nice.
2 days ago. So it's just been one of those weeks,
Oh yeah.
So I thought I had topics. I really guess I
AC's
didn't.
out, losing jobs, everything's peachy.
Starting new jobs.
Oh man,
That's
grind a
weird.
little harder.
I'm working in a vegan fast food joint.
That makes no sense.
Right?
You just throw lettuce at people. They go through the drive-through, and you're like, "Here."
It's fake chicken, but I fry chicken all day long. But there's no like raw chicken or anything. There's no like actual protein in the place. It's just all fake.
I really
Plants.
hope that
It's all
you go
plants.
on lunch and you go to like a steakhouse or
I haven't.
a hamburger place.
I've had the fries, but I mean it's just regular fries because potatoes.
Yeah. Man, what are you gonna do, eh?
But I haven't tried the gardenia meat yet. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a fan of fried food from restaurants.
No. I am, but as long as it's real food.
Also, I'm sitting there staring at it all day long. I don't want to eat it.
Mm.
Not that it's not good. It's tasty. It's just I don't want to eat what I'm cooking.
No, thank you.
No. Anyways.
All right. That's it.
That's
communication.
And communication.
Get
Enjoy
out of here. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
I'm hungry now.